Thanks, Chris. This is Mariah Stearns bringing you your view from the Hill for September 10th, 2016. During this halftime, we're going to be talking about a project called Humans of Lindsey Wilson, started by Senior Media Studies major Jake Saylor. Saylor wanted to do something unique for his portfolio during his final year here on the Hill, and Humans of Lindsey Wilson has turned out to be an engaging, exciting, and entertaining series.
Humans of Lindsey Wilson, it's basically a social media initiative that showcases the different stories of people on campus and the different people who make up Lindsey Wilson. When I was working at Morehead State this summer, I was laying in bed with some free time just thinking about some stuff I need to take care of because, I'm going to graduate soon. And I got stuff to show for it, but you could always get more. And I was just thinking, I need to write stuff. I need content to show people that I can basically write and hold my own in a field like that. So I posted something to Facebook, and one of my friends replied. Her name was Eliza, and she basically told me that I should do something along the lines of what Brandon Stanton does with Humans of New York. I only do it for Lindsey Wilson. And I sat on the idea, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought it was a good idea. So I looked into it, saw that other schools were doing it. Center College has one, UK has one, a whole bunch of cities have one, like Toronto has one as well. And I saw that all of them were doing Humans of so-and-so where they're from, and I was like, dang, I could definitely do this for Lindsey Wilson.
The series has a very organic and authentic feel due to the way Saylor and others have approached the work.
So I always start off, I'll interview someone, like let's say I was interviewing you. We would be talking, and while we're talking, having a conversation, I'll just pull my camera up and snap pictures, and I'll let people know I'm going to be doing that beforehand because, that would throw somebody off pretty good if I just pulled up my camera without them knowing. But they know that I'm going to do that, and because they know, they keep talking. Sometimes I get a good shot of them talking, like a couple of them have been, and I always let the people that I'm taking a picture of choose which picture they like the most. And if we get to a point where they're like, Jake, I don't like any of these, then I'm like, all right, then let's get a picture that you like. So like Big Steve, the one where he was mid-laugh, I asked him, I was like, when you think of yourself in a picture that you like, what face do you make? And he made that one. Didn't even take him a second to come up with it, and I just pulled my camera up, just started shooting.
Saylor feels that followers of Humans of Lindsey Wilson gives people the opportunity to learn more about themselves and gain perspective on life while learning about others.
I think it's just perspective. Seeing people on campus that, you look around, you're going to see someone like, let's look at Derek Casita for a second. He was the first person that I interviewed, and I had the idea that he'd be a good one, but I didn't realize he was going to give me the powerful content that he gave me. And then he talks about how water in America is free, and where he's from, it's not. You have to pay for it. And it's just a perspective, a lot of people like to complain about things here. It's what people have told me, that every now and then they'll say, wow, the water doesn't taste as good today or something like that. But then they read that, and it's like, yeah, shoot, at least I'm not paying for it. At least it's not going to kill me today, So that's I think it gives people perspective. I think it just lets people see parts of people that they didn't really know. Most of these people are going to know the people that show up on Humans of Lindsey Wilson, but they're not going to necessarily know something about it. Like my friend Kevin Booth, someone that I interviewed, he has a tattoo of an elephant on his forearm, and on the surface it's just an elephant, but if you ask him about the elephant, it has a deep-rooted meaning for him, and it shows him a lot about who he is, and it really is telling of who he is and what he believes.
Saylor makes it clear that while he was the one that started the series, it couldn't have grown without the help of other fellow reporters.
The way this works is I don't really, in order to get the full story, I try to leave out as little information as possible, so I don't really put an author next to it. And a lot of times people assume that I'm the only one coming up with this content, but I need to give some shout outs here. Lily Pearson and Hope Poe have come up with some pretty good content for me that I plan on using, and all of their articles that are articles, for lack of a better term, that they've gotten me. They've gotten really good positive results. Lily Pearson actually did the one on Miss Brenda. Yeah, Lily Pearson did that one. That's been the most successful one outside of the Derek story. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and even every story does better on a different platform. So she's outperformed I forget which one it is, but the Miss Brenda story did much better on one platform than Derek's did on another one.
Saylor explains how to learn more and follow Humans of Lindsey Wilson.
It's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Every username is Humans of LWC. The official name of it is Humans of Lindsey Wilson, but nobody calls Lindsey Wilson LW, so I figured I'd throw the C on there as well. I don't know, it's something I'm proud of. There are some that I do, and I'm like, yeah, this was really good, and I'm happy with it. And then there are some that I do, like the A.J. Robinson one was one that I think of that I look at it, I read it, and I'm like, dang, that was some good stuff, you know? And I get the cold chills that go through my body. They're like, dang, you did something awesome. The Big Steve one was like that too. Laney Phelps gave a great one about overcoming the statistics. Yeah, I got like the chills going on right now thinking about it. Overcoming the statistics, talking about how everything was going against her, but she's succeeding and she's doing really well.
Well, that does it for this View from the Hill. Now it's time to get you back to Chris Wells for more halftime activities and fun. This is Mariah Stearns, and this has been your View from the Hill on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.